buyers and sellers just can't seem to get their timing together, resulting in the slowest April since 2001, not including the lockdown year in 2020, of course. But transactions were down 5% year over year, but 21% below the 10-year average for transactions in April. Hey there, I'm Matt Sloan, and I'm a realtor here in the Greater Toronto area. And if I could ask a huge favor from you, if you could hit that subscribe button, it would mean a lot, as I'm really trying to grow my new YouTube channel. And you know what? If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. So, what's really happening in the Greater Toronto real estate market? Why does it seem like the market is busy, but the numbers say otherwise? Let's dive into a couple graphs and charts to really give you a clearer picture on what's been happening and what we might be able to expect in the months upcoming here. So stay with me as I dive through this, and I really think it will help show what's been going on. So we're going to start off with the demand indicators. As you can see in this graph, we've had the 10-year average here is just over 9,000 transactions per month, or in the month of April, that is. And if you see this past April, we've only had just over 7,100. So again, like I mentioned in that first little mention there, that we are down 21% from the 10-year average. So yes, it does seem like, this April has been a lot slower, but it has picked up from the month of March, with being up about 8% since this past March. So there were a little bit more sales, even though it is slower. It is a slower time of year this April. So going over to the supply now, since we haven't had as active as an April market, we have seen the supply really kick up, and we have just over 18,000 active listings here in the Greater Toronto real estate market. So that's through all home types across the GTA. And you can see that's quite a bit above the 10-year average there. So there are listings on the market now, even though it might seem otherwise, but people are starting to see what they might be able to sell their home for, and more inventory is coming to market, with anticipating, the buyers to get off the sidelines once, and possibly if interest rates do take a little cut coming up here. As we move over here to the months of supply, again, this is a really good indicator to show how things are in each market. And this one represents the market of all of the Greater Toronto area. So we have 2.5 months of supply on the market right now. As you can see, it is trending upwards as expected, since we do have a lot more active listings. So we're still definitely in a seller's market, but a little softer right now, at least softer compared to a month or two ago. As we look here, we can break that down into home type as well too. As you can see, the condo market, 3.5 months of inventory, just creeped up a little bit. Actually, the condo market has even the price average wise has gone up slightly, not much, but it is trending in a better direction. And then as we can see, the detached homes has really shot up to 2.4 months of inventory. As we remember earlier, this was under 2 months of inventory. Now we've really crossed that threshold, trending more towards the buyer's market. But again, we're still definitely in a seller's market right now. So trending maybe towards a little bit more of a balanced market. So we might see homes sitting a little longer, and we might not see those multiple offers as often and on all home types as we were seeing for the past couple months here. And then same thing with the row and townhome, semi-row and town market. We are now up to 1.8 months of inventory. And again, you can see that has softened that market a little bit, where people are putting their homes on the market now, and we have seen an influx of inventory. So that will soften the multiple offers on some home types, not all, but we are trending in towards a more balanced market, but definitely still in a seller's market at the moment for the semi and row townhomes. As we look at the price, so even though we have seen a lot more inventory come on the market, we would think that, okay, prices should be going down. We have a lot more supply. The demand isn't quite there compared to previous Aprils. But we've actually seen a little uptick in price, the average price across the GTA. Now, I believe this is more so because that I guess higher price point has started to sell a little bit more now. And once we creep over that $2 million mark, we have started to see, that price point at least get some sales in, where earlier this year it was very, very quiet at that price point. So where a lot of the homes that were selling earlier in the year were more around that $1 million price range, that 800 to 1.3, 1.4 range. Now we've had some sales as we've crept through spring a little bit, and that's helped bring up the average price point, across the GTA. So again, even though we are getting a lot more supply on the market and the demand doesn't seem to be quite there, the average price is still creeping up a little bit. And I think this is what we're going to see here. We're not going to see huge spikes this year, or one way or the other. We're just going to see a constant uptick as we creep through the year, possibly a little downtick in the quieter months. But again, keeping that average price, around that as it is 1.15 right now. If we go to the next graph, we can see the average price for each home type. So we can see here the average detached home is just over 1.5 million. The average semi-row town is just over 1 million. And then that condo market is still hanging around that 728,000 price point, where it's been, for a little bit of time now. So you can see, again, the detached market really took a little bump over the last couple months in average price, and separating itself a little bit more from that semi-row town, and then the semi-row town staying above that $1 million mark, which again, making it a little tougher in areas for people to get into, which is, I think, what caused the little uptick in the condo market, because then that is kind of giving people less options when you widen that gap from the condo market to the semi-row in town. Lastly, this is a cool graph. I always say I like this one because it really breaks down the detached to semi-row town and the condo market in each community here across the GTA, in terms of months of inventory. And you can see, if you compare this to previous months that we've had, we've really gained a lot more inventory, especially here in the Halton area. This was down almost even below 1% for a semi-row in town in the Halton region a month or two ago, and now we're creeping up around 1.5 months of inventory. Again, this is still great for sellers. There's still not a lot of inventory on the market, but we're just seeing what trend it's going right now. So that tells me right now we're entering more towards a little bit more of a balanced market, where not all home types are going to have those crazy multiple offers that we're seeing for a little bit there of 5, 10, 15 plus offers. Some home types will, for sure, depending on price and area. But again, we're seeing which way it's trending right now. So that is a little positive for some buyers and sellers for that matter. It just really helps you set expectations and be able to plan for, setting an offer, or even planning on selling and buying with terms of what you can expect from the sale of your home. So good things happening there. All right, so I hope that helped you guys get a little clearer picture of what's going on in the real estate market. Yes, it's a little slower, but yes, it's busy at the same time. I know it can be a little confusing, but I think there's a lot of positives to take from what's been going on right now. And if you want to learn more about your market, or a market that you would like to get into, feel free to reach out. Happy to go over that with you. So thanks for tuning into the YouTube video. And if you like this one, again, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I will see you in the next one.